Good evening, everybody, and welcome to live severe weather coverage. My name is Hunter Smith, and we're going to be doing live severe weather coverage here on YouTube. So thank you guys for joining in this evening. Been having a little bit of some difficulties here, especially with kind of getting live. I got on live a little bit late this evening, but we're going to do some severe weather coverage anyways. We've got a line of storms that's stretching all the way from Iowa down here to Kansas, and we've got multiple tornado warnings ongoing on this line of storms as well. And we've also got some supercells down here on the Kansas-Oklahoma border that's also producing some tornado warnings as well. So we'll take a look at all of these during our live severe weather coverage this evening. We're going to go ahead and hop on to this supercell that is actually in Kansas right now. This one's going through Osage City and Barclay, Kansas. This tornado warning is radar indicated for another 8 minutes. But it's got a nice little hook on this little supercell here. So the forward flank downdraft is going to be up here, and then you got that hook that kind of hooks around, and definitely could have the potential for producing a tornado. So if you guys are in this warning here, you guys need to be in your storm shelters right now.
Tornado warning.
We also got a radar, an observed tornado warning down here, and a radar indicated tornado warning right here north of Madison, Kansas. This is really just a line of storms though right here, so we'll go ahead and hop over to the velocity scan and take a look at that. Kind of real difficult to see here, but I would say that they have that radar indicated tornado warning there, probably for the strong winds right here, and also maybe a little bit of some rotation back over here as well. Of course, this radar indicated tornado warning is going to be south of Emporia, Kansas, so go ahead and take a look here. It'd be roughly about 9 miles south of Emporia, Kansas. So if you guys are in any of these tornado warnings, you guys need to be in your storm shelters. We've also got this tornado warning ongoing up here in Osage City as well for another 7 minutes. Radar indicated. If they do extend this, this will extend down towards Lyndon, Kansas as well. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let's go ahead and jump down here to this supercell down here. This is a big supercell. It's kind of secluded by rain, you know, so probably a high precipitation supercell right here. Go ahead and take a look at that supercell. It's just a radar indicated tornado warning for northwestern K County. It remains in effect until 8 p.m. So if you guys are in the path of this storm, you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Let's take a look at the velocity. It's a big time supercell. Look at that, guys. Look at that rotation right there. It's got a nice couplet right here. So definitely need to be in your storm shelters. We'll anchor down on this storm for a bit longer here. So it's kind of going in this direction. We'll go ahead and take a look at that storm for just a bit longer. See that rotation in the storm here. I'm going to do a little bit of a scan here, so you can see that rotation in that storm. Got that nice couplet that's just east of Barman, just east of here. So that nice couplet, let me go ahead and draw this out here. You got a tight couplet right there, so this could actually be gearing up to produce. I know this has had some confirmations of some tornadoes some confirmed tornadoes on this storm as it was tracking across here earlier whenever I was trying to go live, but I was having a little bit of some difficulties on the live stream. So big time couplet there, guys. It's going to be about 4.7 miles to the east of Brahman. So 4.7 miles to the east. Nice couplet. It's wrapping up. I can definitely tell this storm's wrapping up here. But it's more than likely an HP supercell. Take a look at that. If we zoom out, it's more than likely an HP supercell here. I've went over to the full coverage screen here, but this is more than likely an HP supercell, and it's going to be hard to see this storm. Definitely going to be hard to see this tornado if it's producing. So they just extended this tornado warning, and it's for another 48 minutes. This one's going to be for northern K County and northern Oklahoma until 8:30 p.m. Central Daytime. So, severe thunderstorm was capable of producing a tornado, and it was located 4 miles east of Brahman, moving east at 20 miles per hour. 2-inch hail also possible with this tornado warning as well, with the storm itself. So the majority of the hail is probably going to be up in this forward flank downdraft right up here. It's real hard to see that hook. It's embedded in rain, guys. So here's this forward flank downdraft. Kind of got that classic eagle look to it. But then you have this hook that kind of extends down here, and it hooks around, and then you got that rotation that's at the end of the hook, the ball at the end of the hook there. And that ball is somewhere right in here. And then you have that rotation somewhere embedded in that rain. So this is going to be a real difficult tornado to spot, especially if it's producing. And it's very likely that it'll probably actually end up producing another tornado, potentially. If we can get that storm to tighten up a little bit more, it'll definitely have the potential of producing a tornado. This is the velocity scan on here.
Weather alert, tornado warning, seek shelter
So
immediately.
again, a new tornado warning was just issued and extended out until 8:30 p.m. Central Daytime for northern K County and northern Oklahoma. So if you're in northern K County and northern Oklahoma, get in your storm shelters right now. This storm is rotating big time. Right now we have a real broad area of rotation here, but there was a time that it was a real tight couplet. Newkirk here, you guys are going to be impacted by this storm. There's Newkirk right there. Newkirk, Oklahoma, you guys are going to be impacted by this storm, so you guys need to be in your storm shelters. But this is a big time supercell. Thank you guys for joining in on live severe weather coverage this evening. Let me know where you guys are joining in from. Drop it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and if you guys have any questions at all, let me know in the comments, and we'll definitely get those answered for you. Right now we're just taking a look at this big time supercell here in Oklahoma. Also got a fire warning out here. We could do a little bit of some coverage on that as well. Just real quick, we'll touch on it. But This is out in the Texas Panhandle. You have a fire warning. Texas Panhandle for 14 minutes. That's a fire warning out there. I thought it may have been a tornado warning, but then I seen that it was a little bit darker shade of red down there, so it was more darker, so I figured it wasn't, but must be having a fire going on down there. But anyways, back to the supercell. Do some coverage on this supercell here. Continuing coverage here on the supercell that's going to be heading towards Newkirk, Oklahoma. So you guys have plenty of time to get into your storm shelters. You should already be inside your storm shelters here, folks. Go ahead and take a look at the new velocity scan. Would you check that out, guys? Look at that velocity scan. This is the new velocity scan. This thing is rotating big time. Just take a look at how that storm's just kind of rotating. You can see it as I scan through the scans here. So Newkirk, you guys are in the path of this storm. You guys are in the path of this storm. You guys need to be in your storm shelters. Newkirk, Oklahoma. You can see how massive this storm is. It's rotating big time. It's a big time rotation right there. This is probably going to likely tighten up a little bit more and may even produce go ahead and go back up here to Kansas. We'll keep an eye on this storm down here that's heading towards Newkirk, Oklahoma, but we'll take a look at this line of storms up here in Kansas. So this is a pretty large tornado warning, and it's observed. The stretch is about 58 miles wide. This is a tornado warning for this whole line that extends from, let's just say, Emporia, Kansas, all the way down to close to near Wichita. Landspout tornado producing storms. These are producing landspout tornadoes. So along a line extending from 12 miles west of Madison to near Hotland to moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. Several brief landspouts and golf ball size hail. So that's why we have basically a 58-mile wide tornado warning ongoing because of potential landspouts. So I guess from here down to near Wichita, you guys need to be on the lookout for landspout tornadoes. These storms are apparently capable of producing landspouts. So it's kind of hard to look at this storm right here. Looks like it's still tornado warned, radar indicated. Eventually this storm's going to track towards Ottawa, Kansas, so but right now we're still just tornado warned here for Osage County and East Central Kansas. So if you're in Osage County and East Central Kansas, you need to be in your storm shelters because this supercell is capable of producing a tornado as well. It's really difficult to actually see the rotation on this storm here, but I would pull off of this radar right up here, but I believe it could be down. They may have got it back up. Wait, they actually got it back up. Last time I checked, the radar was down, so it's a little bit better to actually see where the rotation is on this storm now since we have radar data. So get a velocity here. So we're kind of looking at two different rotation areas on two different storms, particularly because I think there's probably a supercell that is somewhere up in here as well that's kind of merging into the forward flank downdraft of this storm. But the primary area that we're going to be watching, because this would technically be the forward flank downdraft of the storm, you'd have that hook, and we've got that hook, so we know that there's a supercell right here. So there's two different areas of rotation.
Weather alert, tornado warning, seek shelter immediately.
And the first area of rotation that we're going to be watching is this area right here. It's not a strong type couplet, but then we also have, it looks like another little area of rotation up here that we've also got to watch as well. So we'll keep an eye on both of those. Also got a severe thunderstorm warning that is going on up here. Let's take a look at that. Southern Jefferson County and northeastern Kansas, southeastern Shawnee County and east central Kansas, and northwestern Douglas
Weather alert, severe
County
thunderstorm warning.
in east central Kansas. And this runs until 8:15 p.m. So this also includes Lawrence, Kansas. Topeka, Kansas is kind of right on the tip of that, but I believe that you guys should be in the clear for right now. So we'll keep an eye on some of these tornado warnings. And then let's touch on these tornado warnings up here in Iowa as well. Not done much coverage up here, but this is a big squall line basically. So this squall line kind of stretches across Iowa and extends down here into Missouri, and then also extends down here into Kansas and then into Oklahoma as well. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some of these tornado warnings up here in Iowa. Now these tornado warnings up here in Iowa, you're going to get these kinks in the lines or maybe some embedded supercells that are riding along into this squall line, and that's what's going to cause these tornado warnings to pop off. So we'll go ahead and look at a few of those. So this one here is kind of southwest, a little bit southwest of Des Moines, Iowa, about 6 miles. Don't have real tight rotation on it, but it's something to watch. It's kind of near West Des Moines, in between West Des Moines and Des Moines, Iowa. So that's something to watch for as it continues to develop. But you guys are in a tornado warning, so you guys do need to be in your storm shelters right now. Des Moines, Iowa, you need to be in your storm shelters. This one's going to be for Polk County in central Iowa, northeastern Madison County in south central Iowa, southeastern Dallas County in central Iowa, and northwestern Warren County in south central Iowa. So if you guys are in any of those counties, you guys need to be in your storm shelters right now. You also have another tornado warning that's kind of to the north of that one. So like Collins, Iowa, State Center, you guys are in the path of this tornado warning. It's for another 35 minutes. These are both radar indicated as well. You guys are hopping on just now we are doing live severe weather coverage this evening on the severe weather that is impacting Iowa, Missouri, down into Kansas and Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and hop back down here to this supercell down here in Oklahoma. Take a look at this cell again. Had some big time rotation on it, guys.
Weather alert, tornado warning, seek shelter immediately.
Looks like the rotation on this has actually broadened out a little bit. It's still pretty decent though, but it's a real wide rotation, so it's kind of broadened out a lot since the last time we looked at it. You guys still need to be in your storm shelters if you're in Newkirk, Oklahoma. You guys should be in your storm shelters because this storm is heading right towards you guys. Looks like the rotation may head right over you guys, so you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Definitely looks like that rotation's going to head right towards Newkirk there. Pretty broad rotation at this point, but it could definitely wrap up as it continues progressing. So again, we have this tornado warning for that line of storms up here in Kansas, and this is basically just going to be for land spouts. So this thing stretched for about 59 miles. So this is a 59-mile wide tornado warning, but this is for this line of storms that is extending from east of Emporia, Kansas, all the way down here to near Wichita. And this is for land spouts.
Weather alert, tornado warning, seek shelter
Actually
immediately.
just had a new tornado warning issued for northern Coffee County in east central Kansas and southeastern Lyon County in east central Kansas until 8:45 p.m. Central Daytime. So this storm is near Neosho Rapids and Hartford. It is a radar indicated, and we can kind of see a little bit of some rotation there. See if we can't pull off of a closer. It's probably going to be the best that we can get off of here. So if you guys are in this tornado warning here, you guys are in northern Coffee County in east central Kansas or southeastern Lyon County in east central Kansas, you guys need to be in your storm shelters right now. A new tornado warning just issued. This runs for 46 minutes. It's radar indicated, but you need to be in your storm shelters. We've also got this tornado warning for another 15 minutes, and we'll go ahead and switch over radar sites here. It's a big time supercell that's within the mix of this line of storms. It's going to be for Osage County in east central Kansas. So if you guys are in Osage County, you guys need to be in your storm shelters as well. Take a look at the velocity on this one. it doesn't look like the rotation is as strong as some of these other supercells, especially like the one that was more isolated, I guess, that was down here near Newkirk. But we have a little bit of an area here. It's a pretty broad area that we could watch for rotation, and it is rotating a little bit, but it's a pretty broad area. It's kind of a super messy looking little storm here, so it's kind of like right in the mix of the line. Let's hop back down here to the Newkirk supercell. This one is a little bit of a better supercell, in my opinion. It's a little bit more isolated. We do have some of those mergers that are kind of coming in from... Let me just draw that out for you guys. These are kind of merging into the storm, so it's kind of ingesting these other storms that's pushing into it. And in terms, that could actually help with tornado genesis, but the rotation itself is still there. It's just really broad at this point. Sometimes, oops, I don't know why that done that, but sometimes you can get these cell mergers that merge into supercells, and it kind of helps with the tornado genesis that kind of takes place in these cells. It does appear that we have a new tornado warning.
Weather alert,
for
tornado warning, seek shelter immediately.
Oklahoma until 8:45 p.m. for central Garfield County in northern Oklahoma. Some of these storms down here we also need to watch, because these storms are going to, if they can get going, let's hop down here. If some of these cells down here can get going and pop off the dry line that's in place, you can get some big time supercells off that dry line. Zoom in on this supercell, because this is more isolated than this supercell here. This is a big time supercell, but this one's a little bit more isolated. So this might actually have the potential for dropping a tornado, potentially, as it progresses. So Garfield County, guys, are under a tornado warning. Looks like the rotation is still pretty broad on this storm as well. Somewhere over in this area. You guys are joining in on the live stream. This is live severe weather coverage. My name is Hunter Smith, and we are doing live severe weather coverage here on YouTube with the storms that are tracking across Oklahoma into Kansas and up into Iowa as well. Let me know where you guys are joining in from. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to drop them in the chat below, and I'll be sure to try to answer any of your guys' questions. We really need to watch this supercell here, guys, because this one's going to end up going into a little bit of a better environment, just simply because of the fact it's a little bit more isolated. So it's kind of separated from these storms, and nothing south of this line has really interacted with the primed environment down there. So this one could tap into a lot more ingredients than some of these other storms up to the north here. So we'll take a quick look at the velocity again. That rotation is just right over here. So it's approximately somewhere around 5 to 6 miles to the southwest of Eden, Oklahoma. By the way, Eden, Oklahoma, you guys are in the tornado warning, so you guys need to be in your storm shelter as well. This rotation is also about 14 miles to the west of Fairmont, Oklahoma. And you guys are in the tornado warning as well. You guys have plenty of time to be in your storm shelters though, guys, so you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Definitely need to keep an eye on this though, as this one could tap into better ingredients than some of these other storms up here. Depending on if it kind of just merges into this line though. Eventually, the models were showing that some of these storms eventually just end up going into a squall line, which is what's expected. But then we also could get some of these supercells that are like these near Eden, Oklahoma. And some of these supercells will actually a little bit more isolated, so they tap into a little bit better ingredients over time and actually end up feeding off of the greatest potential ingredients that are in place in the atmosphere. And that's what happens with some of these isolated cells, and then you can kind of get tornado producers out of these. So definitely need to watch this cell here. It's kind of like a little miniature hook going on here. Take a look at that velocity again. Pretty broad rotation. Let's hop up here to the Newkirk supercell, Newkirk, Oklahoma supercell here. So if you guys are in Newkirk, broad rotation is fixing to go right over you guys. So this tornado warning is going to last for another 21 minutes. We also have 2-inch hail with this storm as well. By the way, guys, if you don't follow me on Facebook, be sure to head over there and hit that follow button at Hunter Smith Storm Chaser. You guys can follow me on Facebook. And feel free to submit your storm photos. You guys have captured something, hail, wind, damage, any sort of storm damage, tornadoes, storm structure, whatever it is that you have captured, feel free to submit those on my Facebook page. I have a post up that you can submit them in the comments, or you can DM me on my Facebook page and have a chance of getting your picture featured on the page.
Weather alert, severe
Go
thunderstorm
up here
warning.
to Kansas City metro area. Got a severe thunderstorm warning in place here. For 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. It's radar indicated. This is still on the Kansas side. Eventually, this will probably be extended into the Kansas City metro area, but right now it looks like Fort Leavenworth all the way down here to Reno and Lawrence, Kansas. It does appear that we have a bit of a supercell that's going through Lawrence, Kansas right now. Kind of has a little bit of a hook going on there. So, Fairmount, Kansas, you guys are in this severe thunderstorm warning. Another 4 minutes for the tornado warning that is down here near Lyndon. We'll hop over here and look. Kind of looks like this stuff is kind of lining out a little bit. As I mentioned, there was a slight hook on this one. But other than that, it looks like some of the stuff is lining out. And then as these storms kind of merge into a line of storms, we're going to be talking mostly damaging winds, maybe some hail, and then some embedded circulations as well. So that's going to pop off some tornado warnings along this line, as it already is. And then again, as I said, we're going to have to watch
Weather alert, severe thunderstorm warning.
these storms down here in Oklahoma. So a new severe thunderstorm warning has just came out. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds for southern Comanche County and southwestern Oklahoma, west central Stevens County and southern Oklahoma, and east central Tillman County in southwestern Oklahoma until 9 p.m. Central daytime. So these storms are basically firing off the dry line. I mentioned there was a dry line set up here. These storms are firing off the dry line. And basically, we need to really watch these storms that fire up on the dry line because of the fact that these storms can go big time as soon as they pop. We had a concern that the cap was going to hold in place, preventing storms from developing, but it looks like some of these storms have popped through that cap, so we need to watch these storms as they progress. So a lot in Oklahoma. You guys are in this severe thunderstorm warning. We'll keep an eye on this little pop-up cell here that's severe warned. Firing off the dry line though, so definitely has that potential for tornadoes to happen, especially in storms that fire off the dry line. Take a look here at this cell here near Eden, Oklahoma. Hop up to this radar site. This cell here is starting to get a nice classic supercell hook to it, so definitely going to have to keep an eye on this cell. Check that out, guys. Look at the rotation. A nice tight couplet starting to develop here. A really nice tight couplet there, guys. So if you guys are in this tornado warning, Central Garfield County in northern Oklahoma, if you guys are in this tornado warning, you guys need to be in your storm shelters. This has got a nice tight couplet going on here. So that couplet is about 4.6 miles southwest of Eden, Oklahoma. So this storm is definitely rotating. As I mentioned, this storm is going to be tapping into better ingredients because it's kind of a discrete supercell, a semi-discrete supercell. as of now. It'll probably merge into this line, but it does not look high precipitation right now, so it's definitely feeding off of better ingredients than some of these other storms, other than the storms that are firing off the dry line to the south of this. Here's that Newkirk supercell. This one's a big supercell, but it's also embedded into this line. So it's kind of high precipitation. It would be real difficult to see a tornado out of this supercell here. But pretty broad rotation on this as well. That rotation went right over Newkirk, or near Newkirk. Okay, guys, we've got an observed tornado warning ongoing. I knew this was going to happen, guys. So, a real nice couplet here. A big-time couplet. It's real tight there. So, this is an observed tornado warning, a particularly dangerous situation. So you guys need to be in your storm shelters. This is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado near Vance Air Force Base. It's moving east at 25 miles per hour. If you guys are in central Garfield County, you guys need to be in your storm shelters right now, as this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is an emergency management confirmed tornado on the ground. So this is reported as on the ground. So you guys need to be in your storm shelters right now. Take a look at the CC drop here. You can tell that CC drop right there. This is a confirmed tornado. So Garfield County, you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Fairmont, you guys are in this tornado warning. Breckenridge, you guys are in this tornado warning. Eden, Oklahoma, you guys are in this tornado warning. You guys all need to be in your storm shelters right now, as this is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado ongoing in Oklahoma right now. It's a real tight couplet. And we could see that CC drop right here. So a really tight couplet with a CC drop. That shows that this storm is picking up debris. So this is a large and extremely dangerous tornado, and you guys need to be in your storm shelters. We'll take a look at that CC drop right there. Check that out, guys. This tornado is on the ground, and it is picking up debris right now. It tapped into some of the ingredients that was never even touched by some of these storms up to the north. And that is what's caused this storm to actually go tornado warned and produce a tornado. If we zoom in here, you guys can see this red area here. This is the ball at the end of the hook. And this is indicating this is picking up debris. This is a debris ball. This is indicating that this tornado is on the ground and is currently picking up debris. is a big time couplet here, and this is a confirmed tornado. You guys need to be in your storm shelters if you're in central Garfield County. This rotation is passing currently 3 miles to the south of Eden, Oklahoma. And this is a tight couplet. This tornado is on the ground currently. And these little cell mergers that's merging into the cell is not helping this matter any at all. This is absolutely insane, guys. This debris ball, you can see this debris ball at the end of the hook here. This is picking up debris, guys. Let's take a look at the CC drop on this. This is a big time CC drop. Right here. That's the CC drop on this particular storm. This is a confirmed large and dangerous tornado that is picking up debris and is on the ground. This was confirmed by emergency management. This is south of Eden, Oklahoma, guys, so you guys need to be in your storm shelters. This is in Garfield County. We also have a new tornado warning that's radar indicated off of the Newkirk supercell. We need to keep focusing on this storm right here, though, as this is a large and extremely dangerous tornado, which is observed tornado by emergency management. And as we could see on the correlation coefficient, we could see a large CC drop indicating that this tornado is on the ground and lofting debris in the air. So you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Fairmont, Oklahoma, go ahead and be in your storm shelters right now. If you're in Fairmont, Oklahoma, you guys need to be in your storm shelters right now, as this storm is currently producing a tornado south of Eden, Oklahoma. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to leave this on this storm here. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we are back. We are looking at a large and extremely dangerous tornado that is currently on the ground south of Eden, Oklahoma. They have now upgraded this
tornado warning,
to a tornado emergency. Catastrophic damage is possible with this storm. This is an observed tornado south of Eden, Oklahoma, and this is a tornado emergency. Southeast of Eden, Oklahoma, tornado emergency is in place. It's absolutely insane, guys. This is a giant CC drop going on right here. This is lofting debris like no other. This tornado is on the ground. You guys need to be in your storm shelters. Tornado emergency in place. Here's the rotation. A nice couplet going on here. This storm does not look like it's going to be letting up anytime soon. Tornado emergency in place for southeast Eden, Oklahoma. You guys need to be in your storm shelters. This is absolutely insane, guys. This storm has the upper hand too because it is actually interacting in an environment that storms hadn't interacted in today. So it's tapping into the most ingredients that is possible out there. And what's helping this is it's not a part of this line of storms. It's somewhat a discrete to semi-discrete supercell. And we've also got cell mergers that are merging into this storm. And that is fueling that tornado that's on the ground, guys. This is a tornado emergency. You guys need to be in your storm shelters. Fairmont, Oklahoma. Guys, go ahead and be in your storm shelters. This looks like it's going to pass in between you guys potentially, but we definitely need you guys to be in your storm shelters. Breckenridge as well need to be in your storm shelters. And if you're southeast of Eden, Oklahoma, you guys already need to be in your storm shelters. This is a tornado emergency that is in place currently. This is a big time CC drop here. And this indicates that this tornado that's on the ground is actually lofting debris in the air. So again, folks, if you are southeast of Eden, Oklahoma, you guys need to be in your storm shelters. This is a large and extremely dangerous tornado with a tornado emergency in place. And this rotation is southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. Approximately 3.2 miles southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. Locations impacted include Eden, Breckenridge, Fairmont, and Vance Air Force Base. So you guys are going to need to be in your storm shelters. Breckenridge, you guys have time to get into your storm shelters. But you do not need to wait any longer. This storm is about 9.4 miles from you guys. You guys do not need to be waiting any longer to be in your storm shelters. Same with Fairmont. You guys need to be in your storm shelters as well. But Breckenridge, you guys do not need to wait any longer. If you're in Breckenridge, Oklahoma, you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Eden, Oklahoma, go ahead and be in your storm shelters as well. This is an absolute big-time supercell that's currently producing a tornado near Eden, Oklahoma. Tornado located southeast of Eden, Oklahoma right now. You can zoom out of this supercell here. You can see these cell mergers that are feeding into the supercell, and that's going to fuel that tornado a bit. Go back to velocity. And it is not letting up, guys. This supercell is continuing to produce a tornado. A real tight couplet there. So there's a tornado emergency. southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. That tornado is positioned southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. And Breckenridge, Oklahoma, you guys still have time to be getting in your storm shelters. But you guys do not need to wait any longer. The storm is currently producing a tornado, and you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Time right now is 8:30 p.m. Central Daytime. And we've got a tornado emergency ongoing. This is a particularly dangerous situation, so you guys need to be in your storm shelters right now. We are looking at a ongoing tornado southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. Waiting on a new update here. The last update was at 8:28. It is 8:31 right now. I'm currently waiting on a new update on this particular cell here. A big time couplet though, and this is southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. A new update scan just come in. It's 8:32 p.m. This was at 8:30. Still got that nice tight couplet there ongoing just to the southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. It does appear that we still have an ongoing tornado on the ground. So if you guys are southeast of Eden, Oklahoma, or in the path of this storm, you guys still need to be in your storm shelters. This rotation is approximately 2.9 miles to the southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. So recent scan here shows a little bit of a weakening of this rotation, but we still could have a tornado on the ground. Let's go ahead and look at the correlation coefficient here. We still see a CC drop ongoing, which shows that this tornado had lofted debris in the air. We still have an observed tornado emergency in place here for southeast Eden, Oklahoma. But this also includes towns like Breckenridge, Oklahoma, and Fairmont. So if you guys are in any of those towns, go ahead and be in your storm shelters, as this storm is currently or has produced a tornado and is capable of producing a tornado. This will likely cross 412. 412 runs right through here. That road there is 412, so it'll likely cross 412. This is for Garfield County. So if you guys are in Garfield County, you guys are under a tornado emergency with an observed tornado. Alrighty guys, so it does not look like this thing is weakening up one bit.
Weather alert, tornado
does not
warning,
look
seek
like
shelter
it.
immediately.
This thing just got wrapped up again. Let me go ahead and circle this rotation for you guys. Here's the rotation. This is a nice tight couplet there, guys. This is a tornado emergency, so you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Looks about 2.8 miles to the southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. This should cross 412, which runs into Eden, Oklahoma. It does look like we still have cell mergers merging into this cell, so again, a confirmed tornado on the ground southeast of Eden, Oklahoma, with a tornado emergency for another 8 minutes. Time is 8:37 p.m. currently.
Weather alert, tornado warning, seek shelter immediately.
This does look like it's going to cross 412. 412 is right here, guys. That road right there is 412. This actually runs into Eden, Oklahoma. And then we have that rotation approximately a mile from 412 there. So this should cross over 412. You can kind of see that weakening trend there. At first, I thought maybe we had a chance of it weakening off. But it does not look like it, guys. It looks like we still have an ongoing tornado on the ground here, folks. This is still an ongoing tornado on the ground. It's kind of hanging out just southeast of Eden, Oklahoma there, so it's kind of just setting right off of 412 here, about a mile off of 412. A big-time supercell producing a confirmed tornado with a tornado emergency for another 5 minutes. If you guys are in the path of this, you guys need to be in your storm shelters. Still just hanging out here just southwest of, or excuse me, southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. Time is 8:39 p.m. Last update was at 8:37 p.m. on radar here. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground with a tornado emergency. for another 4 minutes. It does look like the rotation is kind of letting up now, guys, so we may just make it out safe here, Eden. It does not look like it's going to really hit the town of Eden, Oklahoma. It was kind of hanging out just southeast of town there, and it looks like the rotation here has kind of let up a little bit. So that's a good sign, showing that maybe the storm is lifting up from the tornado here. So the tornado might be and might not be still ongoing. But we know we had a ongoing tornado with the storm, with a tornado emergency still in place. You guys still need to remain in your storm shelters, folks. So it does look like this storm has kind of... It might be recycling a little bit. It's kind of getting a little bit more messier with some of these cell mergers. Might be a little bit more high precipitation now that we're looking at it, because it does not look like it's a classic supercell where you could actually probably see the tornado ongoing. We still have that tornado warning for another 3 minutes. So you guys need to be in your storm shelters, especially Fairmont, Oklahoma. You guys definitely need to remain in your storm shelters. I would assume that this tornado warning is probably going to likely be extended. I thought it looked like it was letting up, guys, but now it kind of looks like the rotation might be starting to tighten back up here, folks. Eden, Oklahoma, I think that you guys might miss out on this tornado, which is a good thing. We won't have to deal with damage in town. But Fairmont, Oklahoma, you guys still have time to get into your storm shelters if you guys have not already. It's about 6.4 miles from you guys, the center of the rotation. So if you guys have not already, you guys need to be in your storm shelters. This looks like it could be shifting a little bit towards the Fairmont area. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining in on live severe weather coverage here.
Weather alert, tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been put in place for Garfield County here. Central Garfield County. A new tornado warning is in place with an observed tornado. Tornado still ongoing on the ground. And this is a particularly dangerous situation, guys. So this is an extended ongoing tornado warning with the tornado currently on the ground. Right now it's kind of riding right along 412 there. Setting about a mile still off of 412 that runs into Eden, Oklahoma. So again, guys, this is going to include Fairmont, Oklahoma. Fairmont, Oklahoma, this rotation might go just north of you guys. Breckenridge, Oklahoma, you guys are south of this tornado warning. I would still recommend that you probably still remain in your storm shelters. But this is still an ongoing tornado. This is a pretty long track tornado as well, because it's been ongoing for quite some time here. Let's take a look at the correlation coefficient here and take a look to see if we can't find a CC drop here. It looks like we might be able to get a CC drop out of here somewhere. And that would be right where it's at. This is an ongoing tornado. It doesn't look like the rotation is as strong, but we still have a tight couplet here. We'll go back to full radar coverage, and I'll show you guys an up-close view of this tornado warning that is currently ongoing with a tornado on the ground. An observed tornado warning for Fairmont, Oklahoma. Breckenridge, you guys are just south of that confirmed tornado warning. This includes 412 here that runs into Eden, Oklahoma. So if you guys are on 412, you guys are in a confirmed tornado warning. You guys need to get to shelter if you guys are driving on this road here. This thing is wrapping up quickly, folks. This thing is not letting up at all. This rotation is tightening back up again. Eden, Oklahoma, I think that you guys are going to remain clear of this now. But for reference, this is about 4.3 miles to the southeast of Eden, Oklahoma, southeast to east of Eden, Oklahoma. And for Fairmont, you guys are looking at the northwest of you, 6 miles. You guys need to be in your storm shelters if you're in Fairmont, Oklahoma. Breckenridge, I think that you guys should probably still remain in your storm shelters, even though that this tornado warning is slightly to the south of yous. At least until this passes to the south of you guys, because storms can do some crazy stuff out there. This is Highway 412. This right here, this blue line here is Highway 412, and this is included in this confirmed observed tornado warning. This is a particularly dangerous situation, so if you guys are on Highway 412 going into Eden, Oklahoma, it's going to be the west portion of the highway. You guys need to be off the roads and in a storm shelter somewhere. Chat, let me know how the stream is going. Let me know how you guys are liking this live severe weather coverage, and let me know how the audio is. And also, let me know where you guys are checking in from this evening on live severe weather coverage. It does look like the rotation on this recent scan has slightly lightened up a bit, so it's kind of not real tight anymore, which is a good thing. That could be an absolute good thing here. Could mean that the tornado is lifting, but we still need to remain in our storm shelters. This thing's getting pretty messy, guys. Check this out. Let's zoom out here. This thing is absolutely getting messy. It's disgusting looking. I would still remain in your storm shelters if you're in Fairmont, Oklahoma. This is a big time high precipitation supercell, guys. So if you guys are on 412 running into Eden, the east portion of 412, you guys are not going to be able to see anything, because this is a big time HP supercell ongoing right here. I would hate to be chasing this storm, because you would not be able to see absolutely anything with this. That's why you're going to have to rely directly off of velocity scans. And it does look like this velocity scan, the recent velocity scan on this one, has weakened up a bit. They still have the observed tornado warning in place for this particular storm, but I think the tornado is probably lifted up from this one. let's hop up here to this tornado warning. These storms, actually, we'll hop up here to this tornado warning.
Weather alert, tornado warning.
These
Seek
storms are
shelter
looking
immediately.
messy, guys. This is radar indicated. And this one's for north central Osage County and northeastern Oklahoma until 9:30 p.m. And we'll take a look at the velocity on this one. The rotation is going to be somewhere back in here with this storm. So that's going to be about 5.3 miles to the northwest of Webb City, Oklahoma. All these other ones are radar indicated, even up here in Iowa. Let's swing up here just real quick, and we'll show you this big squall line that's basically extending across Iowa, all the way across portions of Missouri, down here into Kansas, and down here into Oklahoma. We've even got some storms going on down here that's fired up off the dry line, which down here near Lawton, Oklahoma. These storms extend way up here into Iowa, though. And this line of storms, particularly, why we're getting these tornado warnings off this line is simply because of the fact that we're going to get these little kinks in the line, which is going to cause tornado warnings to pop off. And that's why we're kind of getting tornado warnings up here in portions of Iowa off this line of storms, because you got these little embedded circulations. Let's see if we can pull some up here. Kind of a little harder to tell, especially on lines of storms. You kind of get some of these embedded circulations here, and that causes the tornado warnings to actually be issued. Now, they also can issue tornado warnings too if winds get tornadic on squall lines. I've seen that happen a time or two, especially storm chasing. You can get tornado warnings that pop off of cells or off of a line of storms simply because of tornadic damaging winds. We'll hop over here to the Kansas City metro area. Kansas City, you guys have that line of storms pushing in with a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. It's going to include places like Liberty, Missouri, Kansas City, obviously. Extends down here to Lee Summit, Grandview, Greenwood, Pleasant Hill, Belton, Lone Jack, Oak Grove, Blue Springs, and a few other towns, Missouri City, Riverbend. This is going to be for 1-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds. As mentioned, as this line kind of starts lining out here and merging together, we're going to basically be dealing with a damaging wind threat, circulations, embedded circulations as well, possibly some hail out of this as well. So, alrighty guys, so that Eden, Oklahoma storm, we'll hop down here and we will show you guys Eden, Oklahoma storm. It's kind of starting to merge into that line, and it looks like they have went radar indicated for the tornado warning here. Guys still need to be in your storm shelters though. And we also have another radar indicated tornado warning up here in Webb City, Oklahoma. And that runs for another 34 minutes. let's hop down here to this cell here. Kind of curious to see how the dry line cells have started. Severe thunderstorm warning way out here from this dry line cell, which we obviously know that the thunderstorm is up here with a severe thunderstorm warning off over in this area, a lot in Oklahoma and stuff, but doesn't look like the dry line storms are doing that great, to be honest. I think this cell here that produced the tornado near Eden, Oklahoma, it tapped into ingredients, like I mentioned, that storms didn't tap into that today. So it kind of hit some ingredients that caused that tornado to actually produce and cause tornadogenesis. They had cell mergers that were merging into that cell as well from the southwest, causing that storm to ramp up and tighten up into a nice tight circulation, dropping a tornado to the south and southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. So radar indicated right there for now. Radar indicated up here near Webb City, Oklahoma as well. And then we have just a big swath of severe thunderstorm warnings that extend from Iowa all the way down here to Kansas, through Kansas City, and Bethany, Missouri is also in the severe thunderstorm warning. Alrighty, guys, so let's go ahead and hop over here as we have a new tornado warning.
Seek shelter immediately.
That was just issued up near the Kansas City metro area, north of Kansas City here. It's going to be Gladstone. It's north of Gladstone, Liberty, Missouri, Missouri City, Lawson, Missouri. This is only radar indicated, but this is going to be caused from an embedded circulation, and I can guarantee you that one because zoom in here. We have this broad embedded circulation. It's a pretty broad circulation here that's causing this tornado warning to be prompted. Again, guys, if you do not follow me on my Facebook page at Hunter Smith Storm Chaser, be sure to head over there, follow me on my Facebook page. Also hit the subscribe button here for more live severe weather coverage. We'll be doing live severe weather coverage here on YouTube. And if you guys don't follow me on my Facebook page, you can find severe weather forecast on my Facebook page at Hunter Smith Storm Chaser. Also, if you guys have captured anything from today's storms, hail, wind damage, tornadoes, storm structure, etc., be sure to head over there, submit those photos. I have a post up on my Facebook page where you can submit your storm photos in the comments, or you can DM me on my Facebook page and get a chance of your photo being featured on the page. So be sure to head over there and do that if you guys have captured anything interesting from today's storm setup. The system's starting to line out as the model showed. Kind of see this line of storms that's just extending from Iowa all the way down here to Oklahoma. This will eventually merge into a squall line and push across and cause embedded circulations along with a damaging wind threat as well, and maybe some hail with that. So still have a few ongoing tornado warnings here. Definitely, if I had any followers watching that was down in Eden, Oklahoma, most importantly, and first and foremost, I hope you guys are safe, especially if you guys were on the southeastern portion of Eden, Oklahoma, where we had that confirmed tornado. But if you guys have any storm damage that you would like to submit to me, be sure to submit those on my Facebook page at Hunter Smith Storm Chaser. And anybody else that's watching this live stream, if you guys have anything you guys would want to submit to me on this severe weather coverage here, this line here all the way down here to here, if you guys have anything that you guys want to submit to me as far as severe weather, be sure to do that on my Facebook page at Hunter Smith Storm Chaser. This cell here got those cell mergers that had merged into it, causing just a big mess here, guys. And this is a huge supercell. Kind of looks elevated at the moment. So they decided to drop that tornado warning on this and just put a severe thunderstorm warning on this cell. And this was actually the cell that produced that tornado southeast of Eden, Oklahoma. Storms are starting to line out and causing more of a damaging wind threat more than anything, but we will have some embedded circulations with these storms as they progress. Alrighty, folks, so it looks like I mentioned, we're getting a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings that are being put in place. We've also got a few tornado warnings that are in place, radar indicated off this line of storms that extends across Iowa, down into portions of Missouri, and into Kansas and Oklahoma. These storms are going to continue to progress towards the east, which will probably prompt more severe thunderstorm warnings until the line starts weakening off. Tornado warnings are a concern off the line, with embedded circulations being a concern. Damaging winds and embedded circulations, maybe a little bit of some hail as well. We'll have to monitor all of that as these storms progress. We did have a confirmed tornado touchdown near Eden, Oklahoma, which was based off of this supercell here with some cell mergers that were merging into the supercell, and it tapped into an environment by itself as a discrete supercell, causing it to anchor down on some of them ingredients and ingest some of those ingredients in the supercell itself, causing it to produce a tornado. As of right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I want to thank everybody who hopped in and joined on live severe weather coverage. I'll continue to be watching these storms as they progress. I'll be sure to continue watching those throughout this evening and be posting some updates on my page as well. If you guys don't follow me on my Facebook page, be sure to head over there at Hunter Smith Storm Chaser on Facebook. And there'll be a ton of forecast on there. I post a lot of forecast, severe weather forecast, and then I do my live streams here on YouTube. So be sure to hit that subscribe button here on YouTube so you guys don't miss out on future live streams. If you guys have any sort of storm structure, storm pictures, hail, damaging wind damage, anything storm related that you want to submit as far as pictures or anything, you can do that on my Facebook page under a post that I have created where you can submit storm photos and have a chance of getting them featured on my page. Again, guys, I thank you guys for joining in on tonight's live stream, and let's hope that the severe threat don't get any worse, guys, especially with us already having a confirmed tornado near Eden, Oklahoma tonight. So thank you guys for joining in, and we'll catch you on the next live stream.